Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today what I want to do is I want to take a few minutes and show you how to install some of these. Now these are the USB plugs. This one in particular I got from Amazon. They come in a 2-pack. These are very good. Now I always promote anything American. Of course a lot of the stuff like this is made in China, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was really skeptical on these especially. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a chance because so many people out there look for, good high quality products for, a bargain. And these are Gukibo, I guess, Gukibo. When I show you what they look very nice. Now, ordinarily, I would put it in Leviton or Hubble or, other brands that are high quality. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not getting paid to say any of this. This is truly what I feel. Pretty good price, pretty good quality. I have no problem with it. The only issue that I have with these is the fact that they are the tamper-resistant ones. I personally don't like that on a receptacle, but I know a lot of codes and a lot of places have to have that. And and for the price of these, I can deal with that. They are a fast charger, and what I like about this brand especially is when you open the box, you get the plate, which I'm not a huge fan of the screwless covers. They're alright. I'm going to show you how to install them. They're pretty nice. But my thing is I love the fact that it comes with a cord. Now this is a USB-C cord, basically for an Android phone or anything that has to do GoPro or anything like that. So it's beautiful. Alright. I will leave the link down below for all this stuff. Super easy to do this. Listen, I recommend that you go down to your panel, turn your breaker off, make sure it's dead by plugging something in that normally would be plugged in, obviously. And if it's dead, or if you have a meter, that's even better, just to check. Now, I know for a fact that mine is off. All right, so what we want to do is we want to come in here, open your panel, and I know that it is circuit 31. Turn it off. So we saw, I went down there and I turned the panel off, the breaker, and now we're getting ready to go ahead and put this thing in, guys. This thing is super, super easy. So what you'll need is a pair of strippers, possibly. You'll need a pair of Kleins or linesman's pliers and a screwdriver. Now, I have not been in this receptacle, so I do not know if it's stabbed in the back. If you know anything about what I always preach, it's never stab in the back. This one we are going to stab in the back. It has those little clamshells that I've talked about where it has like 2 pieces of metal, the clamp, that goes down on top of it and crimps it very tight. This and GFIs is about the only thing that I would really recommend doing that in the back. And I've said that a million times. I'm not going to keep on reiterating it. If you want to see a video of me why I do not stab in the back, I'll link it right there and you can check that out. Tells you why, shows you why. I cut a receptacle in half. Not getting into that right now. If you want to watch that video, you can. Now, back to this one. All right, so you may need a piece of wire. You may need some wire nuts. Like I said, I have not been in this receptacle, so I do not know if it's 2 wires, 1 wire. I really just do not know. I do not recommend also plugging your cell phone in, laying it on the bed, on an extension cord or anything else. Put it on a dresser, put it on a hard top item like a dresser or an end table or something, because they do cause fires. Hopefully it will never happen in my house or in yours if you're watching this. But without further ado, let's jump right in here and get this started. All right, so what we have here is a stupid thing that I can't stand, but whoever did this in my house, you should see what they did. They put ivory receptacles and white covers. Yeah, pretty lame if you ask me, but it is what it is. Now, if you get to this and you can't get the cover off, which I cannot, let me show you a super easy way to get these covers off where you really don't have to worry about the paint coming off, because if you've ever taken one off and it rips the paint off, you'll be pretty upset. So all you have to do literally is just take your knife and score it. And you don't want to go too far, because if you do, guess what's going to happen? You're going to rip or have a big old cut mark on your wall. So you just want to cut down real easy, and it should come right off. And you should never cut to it yourself like I'm doing. All right, beautiful. All right, now like I said, I've never been in the back here, and I can already tell you that it is stabbed in the back, and boy do I hate that. But it is what it is. We're going to go ahead. So if you have paint in your screws like I have mine right here, all you have to do is take a screwdriver and just kind of pull it, and all the paint comes right out. It comes like so, guys. Super easy, right? Same thing down here. Actually, I can't take that one. So All right, so as you see here, we have 2 blacks on one side, 2 whites on the other. And we're gonna need a piece of wire. So I'm gonna have to go down and get a piece of wire. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and cut this loose, go get a piece of wire. We need a couple wire nuts. Now this is 12 gauge wire. Please always use 12 gauge wire if you have 12 gauge wire in your house. So just match your wires to whatever you have. That way you're safe, you know what you got, and it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get this stuff loose here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it loose. Now you can take a screwdriver in the back of these things and get them out, but you know, I'm not doing that. We'll just take this wire right here off. And what we have now is all our wires loose. We're gonna have to strip them out and make a joint. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that step by step. All right, so with them all stripped out, all we need to do is basically get us a piece of wire. We already have the ground, so we don't have to really mess with that too much. And we'll go ahead. Now, if you want to watch a video on how to make the perfect wire joint, it's super easy. Guess what? I have one, and it's going to be right up there in that corner, or the other corner. I'm not sure which one. One of them corners. I'll have a picture or a video of how to do a perfect wire joint with a wire nut. Now, we're going to start with, we already got the ground, so we go next the neutral. So we'll go ahead and do the neutral, and it doesn't really matter. That's just my preference. If you always do it the same, you always know. You always know. I'm going to use a red wire net. You can use a yellow. Now, you don't have to do this, but I like doing this. Give it a few extra twists on here. You don't want to do it so much that the wire actually comes through the front of your wire nut, because I've actually done that before, and that's definitely not a good thing. And we'll do the hot same way. Push it back in there. Now what we have is 2 wires. Well, 3, I guess, counting the ground. And what I do is I always take my hand and put my thumb like right here at the edge, kind of like this. And I will just cut the wires right there and put it in. Now what I mentioned about the tamper-proof, it's basically for children, so they do not get like a piece of wire or bobby pin, paper clip stuck in the receptacle and shock themselves. And now I say paper clip because when I was a kid, I decided that one day in the middle of the night I was going to see how I felt. Of course I didn't know not to do it, and I did it, and boy was I in for one of the most electrifying shocks of my life. Now these right here, if you see, it says neutral and hot, which is pretty cool. You want to make sure you get these good and tight though. You don't want to squeeze them or, you know, over tighten them where they bust out, because they will bust out, you know. You got to use common sense. All right, there we go. And just like that, all we got to do is push it back in the back. And we are almost done. D-U-N-N, done. All right, so now with these plates that do not have the screws showing, really easy. You take them out of the pack. What you have 2 pieces. You have the piece that you have to screw onto your receptacle. So you just basically screw it like so. It goes pretty easy on there, right? And what you're left with is the last piece. And now if you see on there, it does say top. So that means that goes up, because it is the top. And you just basically push it on, and then you're done. And everything fits very flush and looks pretty nice, actually. So who knows, I may be replacing all mine with them one day, you never know. Okay, so all we have left now is just to try it out and make sure it works. Now I'm going to use the cord that it came with. Here's my cell phone not charging, so we'll watch together. I'm going to plug it in, and we'll watch my cell phone. that easy. It's super easy to do, guys. Anybody can do it. You know, just follow basically what I've showed you. Like I said, you know, it's super easy. Make sure you keep your 12 gauge wires with 12 gauge wire, 14 on 14. Make sure you do your wire nuts right. Don't get too small of a wire nut. Just use common sense. It's super easy to do, guys. You do not have to hire an electrician to change that out. You can if you want to. If you don't feel like you can, hey, so be it. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. Stop what you're doing. Hit that like and subscribe to me, guys. There'll be a lot more electrical videos from here on out. Like what you see here, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day, guys.